Hey, we live up in this house tonight. It is Tuesday, October the 20th. No, October is not October. I'm just playing. I'm just trying to make sure y'all know what day it is. I'm just trying to make sure y'all know. It is November the 24th, and we're going to have a discussion. We're not professionals. We're not trying to tell nobody how to do nothing. Just, having to talk amongst humans. So let's get started so we can get started. What's up, people? I don't know who's in the room or if anybody's out there just yet, but tonight we're going to have a discussion in regards to self-love, self-care, and, just reminding ourselves it's okay to not be perfect. And I was talking to my friend Raquel Newton. We talk often, here and there. She goes live a lot on Facebook and shares a lot of uplifting and self-care type, discussions and thoughts with people. So that's why we wanted to have this conversation, because it's something necessary for everybody, not just men, women, but even cats and dogs. So I am going to bring her on to the screen so we can get into a discussion. Hey,
what's going on, sunshine?
Not much. How you doing?
I am fantastic. How you feeling today?
I think I got some anxiety or something going on.
I just want to smack somebody. That's all.
Actually, today was a good day. Right now, the storage facility is closed to the public.
Oh, shut the front door.
Yeah.
That's good.
And the front door is shut, and we did that because the cases and everything with COVID and whatnot, it keeps going up, and people didn't want to be compliant. They were coming in there, taking the mask off to sneeze, and you name it, just weird stuff. So it was like, okay, I'm with you, Governor Whitmer. Let's shut this down for a second, so that alleviates a lot of stress. Huh?
I said your peoples are wild. I done seen some of your
you have
work lives, like,
yeah.
You so ridiculous though. I be watching like she's so damn crazy.
I'm a whole patient food. Though. I'm a whole
right, food. A whole food. That's it. The entire length and breadth of that.
So how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm tired, but I'm good though,
Yeah. Been ripping and running,
trying to get all this jewelry ready for the holidays, man.
Yeah. Are you gonna have a holiday sale or what you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing a I guess now, since it's everything closed, they're not doing like Black Friday sales in the store, so everything is like online. And I think Walmart started their Black Friday sale like 2 weeks ago, and Amazon started a week ago. So I'm like, shoot, Bumpy, we about to join in.
Right. Yeah, things are so strange now. It's just a lot different.
It's very strange. I'm gonna do I'm planning on doing, I want to do a live on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna see
a sale.
What the end gonna be. Yeah, a live sale. Oh. You know how I do the live shows. I might do that.
So let me tell you guys, Raquel. I met Raquel under other circumstances where she was, supposed to be helping somebody get some construction stuff done, but they didn't want to listen to her because I believe they're a little intimidated because it was a woman who knew what she was talking about. Anyway, then she started doing her jewelry thing like full time. I'm pretty sure you've been doing that for a while, but I'm like, whoa, that's some nice looking stuff. So, I got a little cracked out on it. I show this often. I show I show this, and this is not the only one I got. I have this, and then I got the bracelet to match. Awesome stuff. But one of the things that really impressed me about what you do is you send those affirmations with the jewelry.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
That's
ma'am.
like really dope.
To me, for me, like the gemstones, all this is about the energy, right? The love, the peace, the protection, the calming, all the stuff that we need. I just love nature because, it provides it, right? We just got to take advantage and we got to know, back in the day, we knew we got to re-know. You feel me? We
Right,
got to get
right.
that acclimated to everything like in nature. Did you know that being around trees lifts your spirit? Just
What
trees
kind
talk
of
to each other.
trees?
And so, yeah, they talk to each other, and
What
the
what
wind
kind of
blows.
trees though?
You know what?
Be specific here.
No, but seriously, go outside and sit next to a tree. Watch your spirit be uplifted. You know what I'm saying? Watch it. It works. I'm telling you, the stuff is
Really?
miraculous. Yeah, they say stop and stop to smell the roses.
Yeah.
We really need to start doing that. We need to start appreciating the beauty of nature. It's right here in front of us.
Yeah.
And we
What's up,
just go on
Monkey?
about our
What's
day
up,
and be all
Newbie?
grumpy and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look up, look at the sky. It be clouds smiling down at you, little faces. We
Yeah.
gotta take a minute to take in all the beauty that's around us.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I mean,
that's why I started doing this, honey. That's why.
yeah. Yeah. Self care and self love is lacking a lot,
Tremendously.
and it's just
Tremendously.
like just in conversation with people, you hear it all day.
Yeah.
And we got to get back to that. We got to get back to loving ourselves and taking care of ourselves. Um, I was looking up some information, and I put actually in the description of this video a website that had some tips. It's actually 40 self-care tips.
Nice.
And one of them was tripping me out because it said treat yourself like you treat your best friend. And how often do we not do that?
I literally just mentioned that in a live. I'm like, how do we treat others better than we do ourselves? And if we don't, we're actually called selfish, right? And self-centered and so on
I
and so
just
forth.
choked on my water.
Girl, put your hands up. Put
Woo,
your hands up. You know?
Cedar Point.
Right.
Ooh, I hate that. But
Now
yeah,
you supposed to put your hands up and hold your body straight. It straightens out your esophagus so everything can fall where it's supposed to.
man.
That's why the old folk did it. They ain't never told you why.
They just like
Put
put
your
your
hands
hands
up.
up.
But real talk though, that I was saying, I had to realize that if I can't be my own best friend, well, how am I gonna be a friend to anybody else?
Mm,
You know, real talk.
yeah,
So I got more comfortable with having self conversations. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm giving myself the same encouragement that I'm gonna give to somebody else. Like, girl, quit tripping. You got this. Why you playing? Why you playing with yourself? You know what I'm saying?
right.
Stop doubting yourself. We gotta motivate ourselves. I love that song that said sometimes you gotta encourage yourself, honey, because
Yeah,
ain't
yeah,
nobody all the time around that can can say to you what you need to hear, but
yeah,
somewhere within yourself, you know,
yeah.
and we gotta start taking the time with self to go, okay, what's going on with me today? Let me self-analyze and self-encourage and pat
Right,
myself on the back. You know what I'm saying? Look in the mirror and smile every now and again and be like, girl, you handling this. You
right.
know, we need to do that.
What's up,
It's
goddammit with
like you said,
cheese?
huh?
I was saying hi to Moki, Nubian, and goddammit with cheese. They're in the room with us.
That dog it. What up though? Yeah, but real talk, like we don't do that. We not even taught to that. We not even taught that it's okay to do that. How that happen? How did how did self care and self love begin to be called selfish acts? If I'm not bothered with somebody because they get on my nerves, how is that bad? You know what
Right.
I'm saying? We got to give ourselves room to be okay for real and not just fronting like we okay, but actually be okay. You know what I'm saying? If you got to pull away to get your energy together, go that way. We don't have to be bothered with nobody but ourselves. We the only people we can't get away from. Like I can't. I done tried it. I done got on my own nerves.
Right.
I done turned around. I done ran, turned around. I'm like, what the hell? We can't get away from ourselves, no
Right.
matter how hard we try. So
That's
we don't.
true.
We are the very first person we have to learn to love. We have to learn to take care of. We have to learn to protect. When it come down to it, who else gonna do it?
True.
And it's
So
nothing wrong with it. Then we got this whole thing about we can't let people think that we're not okay, right? And so here we come with the mask. We got the happy face, we got the joyous face, we got the I'm blessed face. We got, you know what I'm saying? We got all of these fronts that we put up,
yeah,
under the guise that we have to be this particular thing in front of folks. And it will wear you out.
that it
Try to
will.
act like
That
something.
is one of the most draining things to be not what your authentic self is.
Yep. And it's okay to have down days. I tell look, today ain't the best day for me to be talking to you about whatever. I need a minute. I'll call you tomorrow though. I care. Don't get it twisted. But today I gotta work on me. You know what I'm saying? Today gotta be sometimes it's a few days. Like I gotta sit down with myself. You know what I'm saying? So you get from me what it is that you actually came for instead of you getting what I'm going through right now, right? Because
Right.
what's in us is gonna come out at some point. So somebody might come at me sideways on the wrong day, and I chop them up so fast. Oh shit! Hold on, my bad, my bad. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
we have to give ourselves that space to just have them days, and then give ourselves time to recuperate, to rejuvenate ourselves. Look,
What does one do who, they got kids, they got elderly parents, you know, a
mm,
lot of those individuals don't take care of themselves. They
they
always
don't get
take
a
care of
break.
everybody else.
No, and you know what? It's you run on autopilot. Like we are literally not living, we are just functioning. We become like robots because everything is a must. Everything sits on our shoulders. The best thing I can say to do is to get in your car, close the door, lock the door because the kids will come out and open that joker. Lock, lock the door. I'm telling you, and just scream or cry or put on your music and rock out, steal away a moment, you know what I'm saying, for yourself, to just remember who you are and remember that you count and that you're alive too. You know, you gotta, it's hard. It's
Yeah,
hard.
it
But
is.
we gotta find it in ourselves to steal away tiny little moments, because if we don't, we'll be lost. And that happens with a lot of parents, a lot of single mothers, single dads. Like they forget who they are, right? So because you're so busy giving that
Right.
you've given all of you away. And then if you were to have 30 minutes alone, you wouldn't even know what to do with them. That was me. My kids are grown now. Hello. Look, but that
Hey,
I I
girl.
I went through that. I dealt with that, and it was just like I got to a point, Leah, where I had time to myself. I had the day off. and the kids had school. I don't remember what was going on,
Mm-hmm.
but I was like, I ain't gotta do nothing. But what the hell? I don't even know what I like to do.
Wow.
I didn't know. I had no clue like what to do with free time. No clue. And I remember sitting there looking like this is some bullshit. Like, how did I get here? You know, yeah. She said we for some reason we tell ourselves that we can't do it. Yeah, I know. Because we're taught again that that's selfish. It's selfish for us to steal away a moment. That's
Yeah.
selfish. But if we don't and we fall apart, what happens to everybody else around us? What happens to everybody that we're caring for? You know what I'm saying? Those are the
Mm.
things that we got to take into consideration. If I crash and burn, who picks up the pieces? So before I get to that point, I need to go over here and breathe. Everybody, look, y'all count to 157 and then count backwards. I'll be back. Take the moment because if we don't, we'll forget. We'll forget how to breathe. Did you know? Did you know that about 97% of people on this earth actually don't breathe? Do this. Everybody, whoever's watching, I want you to take this moment. Take a really deep breath and see what your lungs feel like. See if you can feel the air in your lungs. Y'all ready? Don't hold it. Just breathe. Just let it flow. But so many of us never take a breath. We don't breathe. All we do is catch enough air not to die.
I can't stand you, but that's the truth.
It's true because we go on and we don't even know that our lungs have not been filled, right? We that's how we run around here breathing. I
Mm.
was having a conversation with my sister. This was before she had children. So she's got
Mm.
my two little babies. So before she had kids, I told her, I said, Nancy, you know what I learned? Because I had started doing yoga. I had never really filled my lungs with air. She's like, wait, what you mean? I said, dude, I had her do the same thing we just did. Take
We
a
were
really deep breath.
we were talking about yoga the other night, and it's like I ain't doing no damn yoga because people automatically when they hear yoga, they automatically like, okay, I'm not standing on my head and I downward dog and all the other stuff, but I've learned that yoga includes breathing and
The the
stretching.
the main part of yoga is becoming aware of your body and your breaths. That is the ultimate awareness. That's how I figured it out. Like I don't even breathe. I'm alive. I've been alive all these years. But the first time I sat I know, right? But the first time I sat down and I really took some deep breaths, I was, it was like, dang, my lungs feel all funny and stuff. They had never been fully inflated. And I ran track
That's
and cross
crazy.
country.
That's really
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. But we only breathe enough not to die.
And it's crazy too because my watch had, and this is ridiculous, but I work at the storage facility. The other person, Dan, is outside, doing the outside stuff. I'm just in
Hmm.
the office. My watch will be like, it's time to stand because why am I sitting there all day? You know what I'm saying? Then the other thing it does, it pops up and it goes ding, and I look at it and it says breathe. And
Look,
I started doing that exercise, and what it would do once you hit start, it has you sit there and you take deep breaths, you inhale and exhale on each, and I
hmm.
swear the way I would feel after I do that is so different and so amazing.
Yep, yep. Air is not just to keep us alive, people. It helps to relax us. It helps us to be become more mindful. It awakens our brains. Okay, it's miraculous. So is water. Do your watch tell you that you drink some water? Because I need one that says that.
I do need one to do that because for some reason, and I don't understand, at work, most of the time at work, I'm okay with the water. But for whatever reason at home, like I before we got on here, because I was like, I don't want my throat to dry out or nothing like that. I said, let me go get some water. But like, say I'm here for 3 days in a row or something. How much water did I drink?
Yeah, I'm bad too. Mine reaching there
Hardly any.
behind, grab this.
Wait,
I'm just saying.
I can say I knocked over a couple bottles of these, but no
Okay,
water.
okay.
Like,
Hey, that's self-care too. Shoot. Yeah.
yeah.
Needed a little light refreshment.
I used to use an app, Anissa,
Ooh.
that had that reminded me to drink water, and I had to put in how much water I had that day, and you set yourself a goal, and then when you meet the goal, it's like you met your goal, you're not dehydrated. But
Oh, yeah. I need that. It's called Better Me. Thank you. God damn it with cheese. I appreciate you. But yeah, I need
yeah,
to. I need to get that because I can be very very bad at times.
me
Other
too.
times I'm good, but then I spend all day running to the bathroom. Ain't
And
nobody got time for that.
I think that's one of the reasons that I don't drink it.
All day, every 7 seconds. It's like
And it's like,
I know dang on well.
right.
My bladder must be like this big. 'Cause
One day I tried to drink a gallon, and I got real close to it, but I swear every time I thought about water or heard any kind of trickle, I had to go, and it was irritating me. And then it was all day, it went into the night. Don't nobody have time for that.
all night long. Oh, I'm talking about all night long. It's too much. But I do have to do better. People don't listen to us. Drink your water.
Yes, drink your
Don't
water.
drink your water and breathe your air, please. But child, I ain't got all day to be doing it. Every time I move. So I had
there
to
was
fall back up off that.
there
But
was a
I do need to make sure I gotta do better. I will do
yeah.
better.
What's
It's
up,
just
Jay? What up, though?
so here's the thing, right? So
It
like
does
you said,
flush you out.
mothers dealing with or father people, human beings in this joker dealing with all this stress. It's kids dealing with a lot of stress. It's kids at the house with they raggedy ass parents
Yeah.
doing trying to do school.
Yep.
I saw a clip online.
Was it the lady that had the one with the lady in the background naked?
And it wasn't until the teacher called the student's name that she
And she tried to run. Yeah.
faux shame, faux shame, faux shame. Poor baby. Cause how he gonna live that down? Even on internet school.
Never.
Ever. You done traumatized that
And
baby.
then once somebody put it on the internet, it's there.
It's a
It's
wrap.
there forever.
It's a wrap. The teacher done called his name. Like he can't be like it wasn't me unless he changed his name. You
Mm,
know. So like, they just gotta deal with poor kids, poor kids. And it really, really bothers me because when we're going through all this stuff, like we going through our stuff
mm-hmm.
and we're forgetting about ourselves, the kids are literally watching us. Like they know what's going on. They can tell that something ain't right.
Yeah.
No matter how much we try to cover it, they can look at us and be like, "But are you okay?" And we
Right.
just be like, "Yeah, yeah." No, the hell. That's what the kids want to say. Okay, no,
Yeah.
the hell you
Wait, some of them do now.
not. Right.
Some of them do say that
Someone might say just that. Okay, like
or
no,
more.
bro.
Yeah. I was also looking at another article that said organize to when you're disorganized, that's not self-care at all.
You know what? In some cases, this is very, very true. In other cases, like creative chaos,
Mm-hmm.
like when I'm doing my jewelry, I got to get everything out so I can see, and then let everything start speaking to me in that feel. But I gotta, and then I gotta put all that shit back up. But anyway, yeah, it's just, but I gotta see it all
Yeah.
to let the peace come to me. This
Now
how I'm about to make your
that
stuff, just so you know.
that
Just
I
so you know.
understand. That I completely
Yeah, we about to
understand.
have some creative chaos, boo. But
But
your
this,
stuff about to be popping. Your moldavite.
I'm about to throw everything away in my house
Why?
because I'm telling you that part of me that's true in my case. Like that
Mm,
disorganization, and honest to God, you go through bouts of depression here and there,
yeah,
um,
yeah,
and you kind of let stuff go.
yeah.
You let stuff
That's
pile up
very
out
true.
there, and that's happened to me. It's happened to me a
Yeah,
few times over the past 2 years,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I
I
noticed
get. Yeah, I do the same. I do that also.
I
And
noticed
it's
when
just
I
like,
do get stuff.
yo, what do you, how do you snap yourself out of it or work yourself through it?
You know, I it could be different things. Sometimes it could be music. Sometimes I could talk to somebody I haven't talked to in a long time, and the motivation comes from that. It could be anything. But I hate
Yeah.
when it goes on for a time, because I notice once I do get certain things organized, I absolutely feel so much better.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I.
So then, would you say that the depression causes that, or that causes the depression?
It's kind of a catch-22 because the depression before the depression happened, that wasn't going on. The disorganization, the
Okay.
just like, oh, I know I need to wash these clothes, and just everything just thrown over to the side, and you just wash what you need to get to work
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
act like
So
you
the
functioning.
depression comes first, and then the chaos grows from
Right,
that.
and then more
Gotcha.
depressing because you looking at it like, what the hell
Right,
is,
right.
you know?
Yeah, so that lightweight depression, that medium sized depression, and turned into a, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah, I was thinking about that a few weeks ago. Like, how does that happen? Like, what do we do? But I think number one, recognizing that you're having that issue helps. And I would say getting out and doing stuff, but look at the day and time, y'all. Look at the
Okay,
day.
we can't get out and do too much. Might run into
Right.
road.
Yeah. So
Another,
I'm looking at everything and I'm just like, this is a horrendous amount of stress that we're under.
in so
You know
many
what I'm saying?
different ways.
Stress and fear, you know, coupled, and then, a whole bunch of uncertainty. And it's a mess if you just really step back and look at it. It's a hot mess. Like, wait a minute. This
Right,
not what 2020 was supposed to look like.
right.
Shit. I just stopped at 2019. Like, let's just pause right here and then put together a real plan.
Right, right.
Because this, at the beginning of the year, though, went to hell in a handbag.
Yeah, real quick.
That was crazy. I'm like, 2019, what? And nothing like this shit. Bring that shit back. Run it back, DJ.
I know.
This
Right.
is crazy. How we get here?
So
Yeah.
how often do you do self-care? Someone
Um,
brought up how often should a person include self-care in their life?
okay. So let's talk levels of self-care. Simple self-care. Simple. Don't be bothered with MFers who not good for you. Who not I'm just saying that's simple. That's That's level 0.5.
Right.
Okay. It's about to be the holidays. Well, we don't know if people are able to go around families or not, but I know usually around this time it's a lot of pressure from families. Well, what you doing here? What's this and so on and so forth. Well, that may be eliminated in 2020. Maybe it ain't so bad after all, right? Who
Right.
knows? But we feel like a lot of times that we have to be bothered with people because they're family, or because you've known them all your life, or because, and we make up excuses to make ourselves miserable, absolutely miserable. You know damn well you don't like them, and they don't like you.
Right. All this fronting.
Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Look. I say this all the time. We supposed to love people, okay? You can love them from a distance. Like, I ain't never ever got to see you or even meet you, truth be told, and
Right.
love you and send you positive energy and prayers and all that good stuff. You need something, I could UPS it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to like somebody. And see, that like part is what's required to really be in close contact with folks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That like factor. If that don't exist, let it go on about your business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to force myself to be around folk that we don't vibe like that. You'll see, because the facial expression be like, darn well folk can read your face, and they gonna keep on because it's fun to watch you be miserable,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Nah, bruh, ain't gonna happen. And look, people think I'm antisocial. No, I'm anti-bullshit.
Okay.
I ain't antisocial. I ain't finna be hanging around no bunch of dummies. I'm straight. I'm gonna
Yeah.
let that go on by. Oh, you should come out. Now I'm good. Don't even finish. If I don't know about it, that's because I don't want to know about it. Look, if I want to know, I'm good at Google and texting them. What y'all got going on? If you don't
Right.
get that message from me, take the hint. I'm good.
Right.
I ain't coming.
Yeah.
I
People
ain't coming.
people people often do that. They put themselves in situations they really don't want to be in. For
Yeah.
what?
And then be miserable, and then complain about it later on. Like, it was your car. You ain't had to get in that joker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The word no is a powerful sign. That's number one. The word no. Or to soften it up. No, I'm good.
A lot of people ask the question, how do you say no to somebody and without explaining yourself? Because a lot of people feel like they need to explain their no.
Take a deep breath. Them breaths. Take a deep breath. Nah. Or, I mean, here's the thing, right? Depending on what it is, because we don't just want to go around some folk got stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? And I still don't say put yourself in a position of dealing with somebody else's mess. But I will say this: simply say, look, I'm not in a position to do that right now, or I'm not comfortable doing that right now. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? I'm not comfortable doing it at all. In case you don't want them to call you back next week about the same shit.
Right.
I'm just saying. Come on now.
Right.
Look,
Because a lot of
no.
times when you're telling them, I'm not able to do that right now, you really don't want to do it at all.
3 days later.
Stop
What about now?
softening the blow. Stop softening the blow and just say no.
Yeah. That's it. See, you dropping funky fresh lyrics over there. I see you. I see what you did right there. I see that. Leah, the lyricist in this joker. No,
Oh,
but for real, we've got to get comfortable, because that is a substantial part of self-care. It is. It's okay. It's okay to say no. Again, this go back. Nobody is perfect, and we need to quit fronting like we are. Look, I could be mean as shit.
Yeah.
I can. And in those times, like y'all might not want to be around me, you know. And see, but see, the other thing though is I've realized that if you tell somebody something straight up, then they think you mean.
True. Yep, their feelings get hurt, and then they just. Mm,
Yeah, but I mean, if one was to stand in front of a mirror in this Joker, you understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
Look, I used to do this thing where I told where and I did this hard body. I'm gonna mirror you. The same shit you giving me, you about to get it back. Do you want that? Yes or no? Because this
Right.
your first and last warning. I'm about to give you you. If you don't want that, my love, you might want to change your behavior. You
True.
know, because folk will do you a certain way, but don't expect it in return. You know, I had to realize though, the self check number 4056, that you ain't gotta lower your energy to do that. Leave the motherfuckers alone.
Yeah.
Next,
Really.
you know, yeah, like honey, you got about a quarter of a time to get on my nerves. I'd be like, oh, I'm good. Number blocked. Then they send you a WhatsApp. Like, wait a minute.
Chase your ass down.
Right. Like, how in the world? Why
Mm.
is WhatsApp working? Don't it ring to the same number? I gotta figure that part out. I ain't got that. But I'm just saying though, people for
It's,
real, like, look,
it's people I know. They've tried to block somebody, and they forget about all these other, you know.
all these connectivities. It's ridiculous.
What's
We can't
up?
even get
What's
away from folks.
up?
But seriously though, like we need to know that it's okay. And I'm telling you, a large part of us not being willing to do that is because we trying to show this face of perfection in front of people. Like we trying to be the Miss Goody Two Shoes or the Mr. Handyman Fix It or whatever the case. And it's just like I don't think it's worth it anymore.
Mm-mm.
You know, I
No.
got to I might have been when I turned 40, all that shit went out the window. And I'm talking about hard. I'm like, fuck, excuse my language, but look,
Hey, we here.
you only call me when you want something. Before
Ooh,
that, you don't know if I'm dead or alive.
not at all.
You know what I'm saying?
I hate
I
that.
had to, I had to, I had to set that, you know, that you gotta help everybody. I had to set that down, honey. And then eventually I threw it out. Yes, you have to set boundaries. Absolutely. And then you got to be okay with widening those boundaries as necessary. Because motherfucker, they'll try to push up on you. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? But you told us that you will be here, blah blah blah. Well, that was 2 years ago, my friend. Times have changed.
Okay.
You know, like people will try to hold you to some stuff that ain't even relevant anymore. You
True.
know, and we just have to be okay with shutting it down.
Yeah.
Now, let's get into some real self care. All
Hmm.
right, the breathing. Make sure your lungs have air, your lungs and your brain. Most of us can't think because we ain't breathing. We can't get through a thought because we won't sit still with ourselves. Another thing, cut off noise, cut off the TV, the radio, and the TV and the telephone. Cut them off and just have a moment of silence for yourself. It's okay. Just take some time. Like I just need to be with me. And the one of the largest parts of all of this is getting to know yourself, right?
True.
So before you even go to a doctor, you should be able to tell that something's off. What is it? But you're not gonna know that unless you sit down with yourself and feel your feelings, like your real feelings, not the stuff that not the outward stuff that we put out here. You know what I'm saying? Fear is hidden by anger. You know what I'm saying? It
Mm-mm.
is hidden by a whole bunch of stuff. But the root of a lot of our ailments and issues is a deep rooted fear, a fear of all kind of stuff. And a lot of it comes from our traumas, what we've dealt with in our childhood, and we never sit with them. We are afraid to sit with self and say, okay, I need to figure out why such and such triggers me. You know what I'm saying? How could I give somebody that much power over me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the greater question is when did it start and where did it come from?
Right.
But you're not gonna get to that if you're afraid of silence and afraid of, sitting with yourself and getting to know you. Because how can you really love you if you don't know you? And I ain't just talking about that you that mask shows. I'm talking about the you underneath that, the
Right.
you that you will never escape, that spirit you. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
emotional body you. That part where I'm gonna tell you, it was a lot of ugly stuff I had to face within, you know, like
Yeah.
you get to layering on stuff and you just, I ain't gonna deal with that. I'm gonna put this on top of it. This is how I'm gonna act instead of that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna
Right.
tell you what, when that stuff come out, it's like, oh, damn, I ain't felt like that in a minute. No,
And
you'd have felt like that the whole time. You just been putting stuff over it. Yeah, it's definitely a self-trust issue. Yeah, it certainly is. But how can you trust you if you don't know you? See, we got to always return to the original self. Who am I at my core? You know what I'm saying? You won't know that just moving on through life, acting like everything's okay. You're not
right.
gonna know that. You're never going to have the true knowledge of who you are. And in that vein, people are always going to be able to put on you, right? They're going to be able to tell you who you are because you refuse to define yourself,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
It's a lot that I had to, I'm telling you, this was some hard, some tough, some raw ass meat that I had to eat. Like,
I
you know
heard
what
what
I'm saying?
you
Like,
said.
just sit down with it, cause this a big platter. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I was afraid to be me.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I felt like I had to be this thing that made others happy, that made others comfortable, right? I held
Right.
in a whole bunch of stuff. I denied a lot of my feelings. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that I needed to address, I didn't because it would make someone else feel uncomfortable. Fuck them motherfuckers. Now, look, this is what it is. And I
Right.
ain't mad. I'm not mad. It's just when something happens to you, your our let me put it in these terms. When you have a negative experience, our minds immediately begin to try to rationalize why it happened and how to get rid of it. We
Right.
want to make our bodies first and then our minds believe something else, right? Like, okay, that didn't hurt, or I'm over it, or whatever the case may be. And it happens automatically. It happens because that's kind of like a protective thing. Like, no, if this is wrong, then everything else is going to, break. Everything else is going to be wrong. So immediately we start to try to rationalize what happened, but
Right.
not in a way to cure it. No, in a way to medicate it. They're very different things. Okay,
Very different. Very different.
doctors write prescriptions for medication. Nowhere will they tell you that that medication is going to cure shit.
No.
They are practicing
Mad.
medicine, baby. They are
Mad.
practicing medicine. They are not healers.
No.
Okay, they don't claim to be, and they have no intention. They're gonna write you a prescription, and see, that's what our mind does. Meanwhile, our spirit is inside, like, I'm trying to help. Let me,
Right.
we got to resolve these issues. I'm in here with this. I'm being surrounded by all of this inside darkness and trauma and all this stuff. And you keep doing is putting stuff in me. We putting alcohol and we smoking and we just doing anything to kind of try to separate ourselves to drown that. And in that process, we are lost. We ourselves, the original us, almost no longer exists. Almost no longer exists. We done tried everything except for to sit down and deal with self. Sit down and face it. Baby, read what she said. I can't see that.
It says, and it is an issue that stems from childhood. We are taught to please others and neglect what
Yep.
we feel and what we want. You want to please your parents, grandparents, teachers, friends, etc.
Preach. Preach. And again,
Damn it with cheese.
okay. And but in the process of doing that, we are literally instructed. So we are taught self-denial. We
True.
are taught, it is forced upon us. Hug your uncle.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
When somebody speak back. Oh no, come on over here and sing and dance. It's a TV right there. I swear to God, if y'all don't put that shit. I'm just saying. Like, what is this? The Tonight Show? What I look like?
Right. I remember all that
But
shit.
these are things that we have to stop forcing on our own children. It's a reality check. Like all of the stuff that was done to us, we have a tendency to do the same thing. And it don't make no sense. If you think about how miserable you were, why would you force that on your kids? Why, Jesus? Why? We gotta stop being stupid.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. When you think about, you know, the refuge that school sometimes is for kids.
Right.
Right. It sounds crazy because school be effed up too.
It was
But
a
at least it's
it
a
was a
slightly
refuge
different
for
effed
me.
up.
It was
Hmm?
definitely a refuge for me because I didn't have
Yeah.
to be around that miserable evil woman that I had lived with.
See?
I was
Yeah. I
I was
mean,
I was so happy to go to school. I was always happy. What's up, Ronnie Jones? I was always happy for somebody else to come over. I mean, it was so bad.
anything.
Raquel,
Hmm.
it was so bad that you know how people driving down the street and they realize they're going the wrong direction. So they pull up in somebody's driveway to turn around. Baby, they would pull up in the driveway and I'll be like, oh, yes. And then see that I would see that they're turning around and I would be like, oh God, here
Oh
we
my
go.
goodness.
And it was that bad, you know. So
That's messed
even
up.
though
I'm so
school,
sorry you had to deal with that.
even though school was, you know, I still had a lot to deal with at school, but it
Hmm.
literally was not as bad as at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then now these
Hmm.
kids stuck at home
All day,
with
every
that
day.
crap.
And for the
What's
most
up,
part,
Jazzy?
children are the parents treat their kids like that because they haven't dealt with their stuff. You know, like, so I'm gonna just drag you in it too. You gonna go through what I dealt with. I had to deal with it. Well, dumbass, when you gonna fix it?
And I've heard that before.
Yeah.
This is what
Well,
I had to go through. The
hold on, I
fuck?
had to catch my words. Sometimes they be wanting to come on.
Right?
Look,
Uh,
so I'm at the school. I'm at the East English Village, and so before the kids can join the program, I meet their parents.
uh-huh.
This needed to be liquor. These mother, I had to deal with such and such. She should be okay. I mean, she living better than I did. I ain't had no food. My parents, they left me. I had to, I have to work. I have to look. Me and my man, we gotta
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
look. Fortunately, I wasn't employed by DPS because them motherfuckers would have had to fire me with the stuff that I would reply. They had, they'd have had to fire me.
Mm.
Real talk. Because I'm gonna tell you about yourself. Okay? I'm gonna tell you. And then here's the options. You gonna go through this program with your child, because see, I only got them for a couple of hours at most. Okay? They gotta go back home and deal with your dumb ass. And that's what I would tell them. They gotta go back home and deal with you for
Right.
10, 12 hours after dealing with this bull crap up in here with these old raggedy ass administrators who feel like they got some rank, and authority over somebody, so they flexing.
Right.
Baby, I was ready to fight, like straight up climb this big ass 6'7" ass security guard and whoop his ass. I told him, when I tell a child it's okay, the fuck it's okay. I will beat your ass up in here. All they wanted to do was cuss at the kids and put them out. What is this? The zoo?
Right.
And y'all the goddamn animals? Not the kids. The kids, the kids getting it at home. They're getting it at school. They're getting it from each other. It's a
Right.
mess. And if you really, really stop to look at what our youth have to deal with, man, I'm surprised they all ain't psychotic.
Right.
Real talk. It's insane. It's insane. I had to go up in this one. Oh my God. I ain't gonna get into it because that shit, it makes me angry and I want to fight and cry at the same time.
Right.
Real talk. But it was so, there was so much going on. It was kids, like, literally they was just like, well, it don't matter, I ain't gonna graduate no way.
Wow.
My mama on my head about this, but hell, she ain't graduate. Why she expect me to? Okay, let's focus, because you ain't her.
Right.
You are you. So tell me what you desire. You know what I'm saying? That was the hardest thing to do, to pare away all that bullshit and get down to, who you are. To hell with what everybody else told you, but this is what these kids hold on to. That's what we holding on to. What lie somebody told us about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And we've let that hold us down for so many years that we don't even realize the greatness that's been within. You know what I'm saying? Because we were told at the very beginning, like early on, you ain't shit, you're not gonna be nothing, blah, blah, blah. And so you got this seed and you're not even trying to water it, but you end up doing so with your internal tears. All the stuff you holding back. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Look, I'm gonna say this. Sometimes you gotta let a motherfucker know. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you have. Why? Because if you don't get this out of you, it's going to suppress your being. It is going to oppress your greatness. It is going to suppress your heart. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So, but in order to really fully get it out and heal, we got to know what it is. That means we can't be afraid to go within, right? And be like, look, okay, I just need to figure out when this happened to me, and sit down and meditate and find it and forgive yourself. Because I'm gonna tell you the other thing that happens when we've been hurt, when something tragic happens to us, we
Mm-hmm.
automatically think, why couldn't I protect myself? Why did I allow this to happen?
Right.
Even as kids, why did this happen to me? Right? And so we've said that so much to ourselves that we begin to believe that it's something wrong with us, not realizing that effed up people do effed up things, regardless to the person that they're doing it to, don't have nothing to do with them. So we've got to learn that in depth, like, let go and forgive myself. To hell with them. If you can forgive yourself, if you can let go of this fault that you held against yourself for all of this time, you can
Mm-hmm.
then finally begin to release it and heal and be okay. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? That is self-love, that is self-care, and that is self-healing. See, it's a ladder, right? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You got to climb up out all this stuff. You got to do it in steps, you
Yeah.
know? And we just got to be okay with doing the work, with being quiet with ourselves, with learning to love all of the aspects of ourselves, all of the little facets and little. We are such complex beings. You know what I'm saying? We have so many different parts that are working all simultaneously that some stuff gets ignored. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I didn't start doing jewelry until I got to Atlanta.
Right.
Now here's the crazy part. I've collected gemstones. I have gems, I think 20, 21, 20, was I 21, 23, 23 years old is when I
Hmm.
first started collecting them from
Really?
all around the world. I ain't
Wow.
touch them. Why? Because I ain't believe I had it in me to do anything with them.
Wow.
I didn't. I was literally, I had taken I had this kite cut amethyst, and I was going to take it to this jewelry store. One of the engineers that I worked with some years ago, he
Hmm.
says, you got to come see my family's jewelry store. I went into this place, girl. It was the most beautiful place. I was just in heaven, right? And I'm
Yeah.
calling out the stones, and they like, you got to check out the quality of our. And I'm like, look, I don't need no loot. I take off my glasses and I look. Ray Charles stones, and they like, how you doing that? I can feel them, baby. They talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they just speak, and they like, hey, I ain't perfect, but I'm beautiful still, honey. you know, I'm telling you, it just. But I didn't have that belief, and they had they had an even larger amethyst that this rich person wanted them to design, and I was just like, let me do it. And that was the very first time I didn't actually do the work myself. I just kind of sketched out and told them how to do it. I can't draw on paper, but I can draw on the computer.
Okay.
Go figure.
That's
I
true.
don't know what that's about.
Meditation does work.
Yes, it does. It does. I mean, cause it's quieting. That's what it is. But I had so much self doubt. I was 40. Shit. How old am I, Leah?
I don't know.
I'm
I don't even know how old I am.
I'm 47.
Oh, you a baby. Okay.
David. Somebody just asked, how old are you without saying the number? Shoot, I need a 45 minute nap a day. Oh, that's how old I am. Shit. Give me a hot 45.
Right.
Shoot. But seriously though, like I didn't believe in myself. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I stepped out and I've done other things, but I set my creativity aside. I thought like, well, you know, it's not my bread and butter. I'm probably not that great at it, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. And I'm like, I got there and I said, I'm about to do something different. I'm
Mhm.
about to step out. And I just made jewelry for my kids, and for myself. And then next thing I know, Buck was like, can you make me that? And then, yeah, okay. And then that it's been going ever since. I think I've made 600 pieces in the last 2 years.
Wow.
Nope, I was 45 when I made those. Then I came back here to do a construction job. I had to remodel a kitchen.
Hmm.
Yep, I had to drive back, do this kitchen. I got all this imported marble flooring and all this stuff. See, that was my creativity. You know what I'm saying? I thought that
Yeah.
was, but so that got in the way. I ordered all the stuff and it was there at the house. I didn't even bring it with me. I just came here. I knocked that kitchen out in about 3 weeks. I'm talking about tearing out walls, expanding it. It was so much fun. It was so much it was, and then that shit went completely stressful toward the end. But whatever. Anyway, I got back and I got into it, and I think since that time I've made probably about 670 pieces, if I remember correctly, all different.
I remember you. I don't know if you remember this one, but
Yes.
I was on the internet and I saw
Yeah.
one like this, but I was like, I don't want it from them. So I sent you the picture, and then you made this.
I remember.
I
I
love
remember well. I thank you so much because I'm gonna tell you, I had seen the purple striped agate, and I
it.
was like, I don't know what I could do with it. And when you sent me that, I'm gonna show you something. I just finished this piece. Can you see that? And it's
Yeah.
got the purple agate in there. And
Right.
all, girl, I fell in love with it right after that. Thank you. Thank you for making me do it.
You're welcome.
But I'm telling you, that's how much self-doubt we hold. Like the stuff that is in us to do, we won't do it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because we've believed a lie all our lives. All of our lives. We have believed what somebody told us about ourselves and too afraid to get to know who we were to get past that bull crap.
Right.
So whoever's watching, take a minute and find your greatness, baby, because it's there. I promise you. It's there. Whatever, and it's not one gift and it ain't two, it's about 15, 20, 30. We are multifaceted beings. And we
Yeah.
just gotta stop being afraid to show all of our facets. And some of them facets is messed up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look, it don't
How
matter.
about, how about this? Somebody was I was reading something else, and I know I'm bad at this myself. If somebody gives me a compliment, instead of just saying thank you, I'm like, nah, that ugly thing. Nah, what you talking about? Are you serious? I
You
don't
better not
think
never
so.
ever. You better not never ever say no stuff like that around me. You know what I mean?
But
Now
people do that.
never ever. You know what though? But I understand because it's hard.
It
It's
is.
hard. Why? Because for so long we have believed some bull crap. We have
Yeah,
looked in the mirror and spoke against ourselves for so long that when somebody else said we can't even believe it or receive it. Ain't that some shit?
that's some
Ain't
real
that
shit.
some-
What's up, Sita? Thank you. Yeah, that's I mean, and I'm bad at that. Like I'm trying to teach myself to just accept it and say thank you.
to smile and be like, thanks, bro. Appreciate ya.
But it's just,
It's
over
hard.
the years it's hard. It's really
Yeah,
hard.
but so practice for that, right? Get in the mirror and speak those things to yourself. Get in the mirror and say, I am beautiful. Hey, boo, hey. That's what you're supposed to say. And smile and blow yourself
Right?
a kiss.
Yeah.
I really had to do that. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
had to do that because it was just like I'd be darn near ready to fight somebody. Like, why are you saying that? You know, like I'm not
Right.
be why are you trying to why are you trying to convince me of some bullshit right now? You know what I'm saying? That bad. It was that bad. I'm telling
Or
you.
or this is another thing I notice people do, and I've done it myself. Somebody will compliment you on something and you don't say thank you, you don't deny it, you change the subject. And I would notice I'm doing that like after I've changed the subject, and I'm like, that is so fucking rude. Like, you just bypass what they said.
Hell, what you talking about? Look, price of tea in China is up today. You know, I'm just saying, yeah, yeah. But again, if you're not comfortable hearing something because you've never heard it from yourself first, like, see, over a period of time, right? So we have these formative years, our younger years.
Mm-hmm.
We formulate the thoughts of who we are during those times. That's what we're forming. That's what the formative part is. Like what we are going to believe about ourselves and for ourselves happens in those young years, like 1 to 6, well, what is it, 1 to 7, something like that. It's very young,
Yeah.
okay? And so whatever it is that we're dealing with from our parents, because at that point it is on them, Yikes, right? But at that point, we have now decided, in our minds at least, who we are.
Mm.
Now, you remember back in the day in school, we go to school and say, what you want to be when you grow up? And you would have a thing, right? Like you would have a title, or, I want to do this or be this, right?
Right.
But ain't nobody never stopped and said, well, how are you planning to make sure that you're happy in your
Ooh.
future,
Yep. Yep.
right? And to date, we don't ask ourselves that. Am I happy? Am I okay? You know what I'm saying?
I've
Do
heard a
we
lot
do
of people. I've heard a lot of people say they don't know what happiness is to even answer that question.
yeah. Now I'm gonna say this. For me, happiness is being able to be at peace. Look, if I can stop and smell the roses, if I can take a moment to stare up at the sky, if I can just breathe and relax and untense my shoulders, honey, if I can have a thought that just causes me to smile, look, I'm easy. I don't need no stuff. I don't even like no brand names. Like, don't give me that shit. I
Me,
don't I don't
well,
like that shit.
couple of
I don't
things,
like it.
you know.
Hmm.
I was gonna say that for the most part, I'm not into brand names except for a couple of things.
Yeah. Okay, I like Stella Rose. I'm into that, baby. Yeah, I know, right? Don't worry, I'm gonna come by and grab that. But real talk though, like we don't take the time to know ourselves. So how can you know what your happiness is? Because it's not the same for everybody. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Just
right.
like success isn't the same for everybody.
Nope.
So if we try to put ourselves into a box, or then we're going to limit our possibilities. We're going to limit our ability to be the very thing that we are saying that we want to be, right? Because I'm trying to be what that person said it is for them, but that's not it for me. You know what I'm saying? I used to think that the big house and all that stuff, like the bins and all that stuff. I don't want no bins. You know how much it costs to get fixed? And
Right.
all cars need repair.
You know how much the insurance is on that shit?
Exactly. Like, that's hustling backwards. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing it.
Right.
Sure, I ain't got no time for that. Look, I'm just trying to. All I want. Look, this gonna sound crazy as shit because I'm saying this all I want. But I just want a little island with a boutique hotel and some land so I can grow me some plants and have me, a solar energy garden. So I want a solar energy garden. I want my flower garden. I want my fruits and vegetables. That's all I want. I'm just saying.
Hey,
I have come to learn to appreciate nature in a whole new way. Because I used to say that, look, if somebody tell you I got killed in the woods hiking, they lying. They done kidnapped me. Find them, kill them. But that was the me in my 20s and shit. Now I'm like, that's exactly where I'm gonna be at. Don't come look for me. I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? Our perspective changes as we age, or at least it's supposed to. Somebody, hello,
yeah,
it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? We can't we can't continue with the same mind frame or the same thoughts and think that we're gonna be able to grow. Something got to give. Something
right,
we got to be willing to work on ourselves. And again, back to that self-love part. Change, baby. It's okay. It's nothing to fear. Find the areas that you need to work on and be good with working on them. Read a book, watch a video, do some yoga, go for a walk, eat some vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Drink some water, breathe. Those kind of things.
that was another tip. Your gut. Take care of your gut because your
Yes.
gut health can affect the rest of your body.
Yes. You know what? The gut and the teeth. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because those pains, and first of all, what we take into ourselves, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? we gotta flush at some point in time in life, guys. We gotta get some of the bullshit out. That's why we act the way we act. We don't flush. Shoot. Look, get you a colonic, get you some, some of these herbs to help, cleanse your system. We got a whole bunch of systems, people. And within our bodies, we got a whole bunch of systems, and each one of them needs a little care and concern, a little, a little herbs and stuff. And then, I ain't talking about just one kind of herb, people. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
You know, we do need to get back to health. And I think a lot of people here, especially in Detroit, they're returning to that. And it's beautiful, man. More herbs. You can't even get in the damn door some days. It's a line at the health food stuff. At the
Right.
front door. I'm proud of you people. Yeah, I be proud. I be standing in line talking shit. Like I'm so glad you here. Go ahead on and get you something good. They got some good stuff in there. Look. That's why
Right.
that's me standing in line hyping folk up. They vitamins, they the bomb. You go ahead and get you some. You know what I'm saying? That's what I be doing. Melody hooked me up with this. She gave me some insight. I went to go get Melody is Love Dolls. And it's skincare. She does this a whole line of skincare products, and they
Mhm.
feel good, honey. They feel good and they smell good. And I be trying not to eat them.
You got to give me the link to that.
I will, but they good. They
Okay.
hmm Yes. She gave me some incense and some herbs to help, cleanse my system, cleanse my liver,
Mhm.
because all that alcohol and all that stuff, it affects the liver. And so we want to make sure that we're flushing our liver. We got to give it a break. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? A little breaky break every now and again. You can't drink
Right.
like a fish, you know. But
Show enough.
let me ask a question. You ever seen a fish drink? Never mind. Why do we be saying some dumbass stuff, don't
I
we?
know, right?
It's like how the fuck do a fish? Anyway, back on topic. On your off topic day, we gotta get back on. But look, these are things that we need to do for ourselves because we are worthy to be loved. We are worthy to be cared for.
Mhm.
Okay, we are worthy of a freaking break. Jesus
Right.
Christ, Latter Day Saints and Most High God, we need a break
Right.
every now and again, even if it's just for a few moments, so that you can breathe and gather yourself unto yourself. Because
Amen.
we work ourselves to the bone, honey. We be out here thin, okay? But they
Yeah.
used to say paper thin. Ain't got no spirit left, ain't got no gumption left, and we still going. Look, love, prayers, peace, health, well-being, and just moments of self-care. I'm sending that energy to all of us, honey, because we need it. We just
And
go
breathe.
and breathe. Just breathe. Your lungs need you. Your brain needs you.
Right.
The reason why we're not able to use a significant portion of our brains, number one, is we caught up in the hype. But number two, we don't feed it. We don't breathe. We don't drink our water. We don't read. We don't expand our knowledge. We get stuck in a space and we straight right there. We chilling. Nah, you can't for real grow. You can't for real develop. You can't really help anyone else if you can't help yourself. So, in loving anyone around us, we have to start with self.
Right.
If we're going to truly love anyone around us, we got to help, we got to make sure we okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I appreciate having this conversation with you.
I appreciate you having me. I love you piecing back together again, girl.
Ditto, ditto, ditto. And we will do it again. We'll do it again.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you all for tuning in, and thank you for the wonderful comments. I'm gonna read back through them. How I'm gonna read back through them, boo? On Facebook or on here? How it work?
I'm gonna send you the link after it renders on YouTube.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
Because on Facebook you'll have some different comments, and then YouTube you'll have some comments. So once it renders and everything, because it's separate. I'm on StreamYard, but Facebook is separate and YouTube is separate. So
This is what you're supposed to be teaching me, ma'am.
I am, and I will.
Because I'm over here like, I need to look. I'm trying to do things here and I have no idea.
Right. So I'm going to close this out. Don't go nowhere.
Okay.
Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tune in to all the Vibin In The D with Lele segments. Check us out Friday. I have an artist coming on who is awesome. She got that deep, raspy voice.
Hold on. Let me say something. You ain't let me sing.
You gonna sing?
Hell no, that ain't what you want. I'm just fucking with
you. You play too much. All right,
girl. You let me learn how to sing, okay? You might as well close it right down.
All right. All right, everybody have a good night. Make sure you take those tips. Love yourself. Check out that article that's in the description, and we'll be back another time. Off topic. Make sure to subscribe.